is that boy going to be? I need him in the forge.
Oh, not long now, I think, David.
You think? Helping you in the kitchen, you said? Don't you know, woman?
Not long.
Well, I know. Helping you in the kitchen, indeed. Learning magical tricks from the mother. More like.
Now, Merlin, watch. So, it's done.
Oh, Grandmother.
See? You say the words of power, but silently, not to give them away. And then relax, knowing that the work is done. Pour it back into the jug and try yourself.
Oh, customer. Oh, we'll have to leave it, Grandmother.
Day to you, mistress.
Good day, sir.
Blacksmith!
Oh, good day to you, sir.
And to you, sir.
My Lord Ivan, isn't it?
That's right. Weren't you farrier to King Conan in last year's campaign?
With his army all the way to Lincoln and back.
Oh, I thought I knew you. We gave the sea wolves something to think about, didn't we?
We did, sir. I got 3 of them myself when they attacked our baggage train.
Good for you. Well, the horse has got a loose shoe. This one here.
All right. Hey, Merlin! Come on, give me a hand with this horse.
Merlin. Come here, boy. Now, let's have a look at you. Yes, you're a fine boy, eh? Go on, off with you.
Would you like to come inside, sir, and take some ale while David sees to your horse?
Thank you, mistress. He's a fine boy. You should be proud of him.
Oh, we are, sir. Though, to tell you the truth, we're only his foster parents.
Yes. God be with you, ma'am.
And with you, Ivana Pidris.
So it's true what they told me about Merlin's foster grandmother. She sees through walls and knows men's names before they speak. They also told me that she's teaching the boy her craft.
You know of Merlin, then?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I know of him. I know that his real mother is the Princess Ismena, daughter of King Conan, my master. And I know what people say about his real father, too. He wasn't a man at all, but a demon of the night. And I know that the boy has powers of magic and sorcery. I've heard the stories.
I'm sure the stories have grown in the telling, my lord. There's no sorcery in this house.
No sorcery, eh? Oh, forgive me. It makes me nervous. Did you do this, grandmother?
No, my lord. Merlin. One of his lessons you interrupted. That's why it took a little time to work.
Oh. Well, is it safe for me to drink it?
Of course, it's Blodwen's best.
It's good. It's good.
It wasn't a loose shoe that brought you here, was it, my lord?
Well, perhaps not entirely, grandmother.
What then, sir?
I think King Conan badly needs the help of a magician. Even an apprentice one.
Merlin? Mother of God, he's only
Go
a
on, my
child.
lord.
The High King Vortigern and Queen Rowena are at Carmarthen now with their soldiers. Vortigern is building a tower on our land, on King Conan's land. Only trouble is, it keeps falling down. Every time the walls reach the height of a man, the foundations crack and...
Forgive me, sir, but what has all this to do with Merlin?
Vortigern has a court magician. Nasty little man named of Grimbold. The man's a confounded nuisance to King Conan and all of us. He even sacrificed one of my best horses last time he relayed the foundations of that tower. Oh, Vortigern backs him up all the way, and Conan daren't say no. Because he's got no magician of his own to put up a show in opposition.
But a young boy couldn't possibly do this.
Vortigern is as superstitious as a tinker. A few tricks like this would impress him more than all the arguments that Conan dares to put up. Merlin would be worth his weight in gold to King Conan.
So, you want to take Merlin to Carmarthen?
Yes, Grandmother, I do.
But I'd be so afraid for him. I'd never have a minute's rest.
Not even if I guaranteed the boy's safety. On my honor as Ivan Apidis.
David would never allow it. Never.
Come on, girl. Come on. Come here, boy. Stretch your legs. Come on, girl. Yeah. Come on, boy. Come on, girl. Come on, boy. Sit down here. Come on, break the bread. Break the bread.
Go. I never thought my father let me come with you, sir.
I managed to persuade him. Old soldiers understand each other.
My father's not a soldier. He's just a blacksmith.
You tell that to 3 dead Vikings who attacked our baggage train last summer.
He never told me that.
Yes, well, wouldn't worry.
What's Carmarthen like? I've never been there before. Great timber halls and earth banks to defend it.
Earthbank, certainly. Your grandfather's hall is an old Roman fort from before the legions left Britain. They made them in stone in those days.
Will the legions ever come back?
No, boy. We're on our own now. Against Hengist and his Saxon barbarians, against the wild Picts from the northern mountains, against the Scots from Ireland coming out of the sunset, and the Viking sea wolves in their dragon ships coming out of the sunrise. We Britons are on our own.
Will we win? It's our land, after all.
We'll stay that way as long as I've a sword in my hand. Tell you the truth, boy, I don't know. None of us do. If only we had a real high king to unite us, to lead us.
Arthur. A dream still unborn.
And what might that mean?
Oh, something I've heard grandmother say while she's staring into the fire.
Strange woman. Take my advice, boy. Learn all you can from her.
Yes, sir. She gave me this to her.
What's it for?
If I'm in danger, wherever I am, I'm to hold it tight to my right hand.
Well, come on, boy. Let's be on our way. Keep your wits about you in Carmarthen, Merlin. But don't forget your dreams. You may need those too. Come on, dear. Merlin,
Do you know who I am, Merlin?
This is the Princess's Mina, Merlin.
My real mother.
You shouldn't have come here, Ivan. It was wrong of you.
Why, didn't you want to see me?
I wanted to see you very much, Merlin. For 12 years I've wanted to see you. Thought about you and wondered about you and prayed for you in this cloister they sent me to. But it's not safe for you to be here.
It was your father, King Conan's idea, my lady. He'd heard about the boy's powers.
My father banished him through shame when he was born. Now he wants him back because he thinks he might be useful.
Well, so he might be. Oh, don't worry. He's under Conan's protection.
Against the High King Vortigern and his Queen Rowena. You know what you are, Merlin, don't you? The fatherless son of a princess. And do you know what the magician Grimble says is needed for the foundation of Vortigern's tower? The blood of the fatherless son of a princess.
My father, I mean foster father, told me that if you let yourself be afraid, you're half-beaten already. So I won't be.
Oh, my child. David the Smith taught you well. For years, only my father's court knew the secret. That Merlin, the blacksmith's lad, was really my son, fostered on David and Blodwyn. But now that the High King Vortigern knows, there is much danger while Merlin is at court. In Ivan, you have a good friend. But be on your guard against the High King and his queen, and all who serve him.
I will guard him with my life, my lady. Anyway, I don't want to miss any of the fun.
Fun?
Oh, you haven't seen our young magician in action, have you?
I tell you, Conan, they are a gang of incompetent fools. Now, I shall get that tower built if I have to hang every master mason in Britain.
Dead masons do not build towers, my lord.
And neither do live ones, apparently. 4 times they've tried. 4 lots of foundations, all built on solid rock. And Grimble here, holding his messy sacrifices and mumbling over his horoscopes, and what good has he done?
But, sire, the auspices...
Do not interrupt the High King, Grimbald.
Thank you, my dear. Grimble, I want results from my masons and from my magician.
The auspices, sire... The auspices, sire, have been exceptionally unfavorable, as I have warned you. Also, to tell you the truth, were the matter less serious, this would be a point of curious interest. A doubt enters into the significance of the planetary configurations influencing the construction of the tower, in that there is a certain ambivalence relating to the purpose of that construction.
To the point, Grimble.
Yes, sire. The ambivalence lies in the distinction between aggression, consolidation, and communication. Indeed, not only in the distinction, but in the exact balance between these functions. Therefore, in the corresponding balance of the planetary configurations, which must be taken into consideration.
Grimbald,
Yes, madam?
can't you talk plain English?
Well, with respect to your majesty, it must be understood that the magical and astrological sciences are a highly abstruse and esoteric mystery which must be explained, in as far as they can be explained to the uninitiated, in very carefully chosen terms.
So the High King and I, and King Conan, of course, are among the uninitiated, are we?
Well, I didn't quite mean that, my lady.
Then, in the name of the gods, get back to what you do mean. Why is my tower falling down?
Tower falling down. Well, sire, the auspices...
I know what Master Grimbald is trying to say. He means if you want the tower to attack from, it comes under Mars. If you want it just for defense, it comes under Saturn. And if you want it for relaying messages and things, it comes under Mercury.
A very interesting question, Vortigern.
Or maybe you want it for a bit of all 3. He doesn't know, so he can't cast a proper horoscope.
Is that what you mean, Grimble?
Well, yes, in very crude terms, yes.
Then why didn't you say so?
Well, sire, the
Who
auspices...
are you, boy?
My name's Merlin, sir.
Aha! Princess Mina's bastard son.
So you are Merlin.
Yes, sir.
And my grandson, may I remind you.
Come here, boy. I am not afraid of your childish magic. My necklace.
The thread was weak, my lady. It broke quite naturally when you moved. It would have broken so in any case.
Didn't you see?
Madam, we all saw a perfectly natural accident. Your necklace, madam.
An accident, yes. I want it restrung.
Of course, my love. Now then, Merlin, you tell me what Master Grimbald apparently cannot. Why is my tower falling down?
Cave.
Cave?
Cave. Pool.
But, sire, the
Grimbald.
auspices...
There's a cave in the rock under the foundations. And in it a pool of water.
So that the foundations keep on settling.
That's right, sir.
Do you mean to say that you are going to believe him?
At least he makes more sense than Grimbald, yeah?
Oh, Grimbald made sense enough, only you wouldn't listen to him. Grimbald, tell the High King again. Tell him what is really needed for the tower's foundations.
Well, the
Master
auspices...
Grimbald, I asked you a question. Tell us what is needed for the tower's foundations.
The blood of the fatherless son of a princess.
No!
You are, you see. The boy's telling fairy tales to save his own skin.
The tower keeps falling down because it's built over a cave. And in the cave, a pool of water. And in the pool of water, a red dragon and a white dragon. Each is the other's deadly enemy.
Red dragon, white dragon. The fairy tale gets better and better.
We can always find out if he's telling the truth, my dear.
And if he is not?
You should never have let him go. Heaven knows what could happen to him, or if we'll ever see him again.
Of course we'll see him again, Bloodwind Vach. The king won't let him be harmed. You heard what my lord Ivan said. Pledged on his honor that the boy would be safe. Now, that's good enough for me.
You men and your honor.
Mother. I've got to try to keep Bloodwind's spirits up, but I wish that I felt as sure as I sound.
Merlin has a destiny to fulfill, Davith.
Oh,
And that destiny will protect him more certainly than even the sword of Ivan.
destiny. What help are an old woman's visions against a knife in the back?
You've been digging for half a day now. I hope you're right, Merlin.
The cave will be there. I think.
You think? You sounded sure enough when you talked about it, aren't you?
Well, while it's sort of coming through me, I know it's true. But afterwards, it's a bit hard to remember how it felt.
Oh, it's a bit hard to remember, is it?
Well, boy, it seems that you were partly right.
Partly, sir.
There is a cave, quite big enough, my masons tell me, to unsettle the foundations. And there is a pool of water.
But, no dragons.
No dragons.
But they must be there. I saw them clearly, just like I saw the cave in the pool. They must be under the water or something.
Well, go on. You haven't finished yet. I want to know what those dragons mean.
The white dragon is the Saxons, and the red dragon is the Britons. The time will come when they'll fight each other.
Go on, boy.
The white dragon will try to overrun Britain, but the red dragon will fight back.
The talisman, sire!
Grimble, keep out of this!
But, sire, the talisman! This is the source of its power. Without it, he is nothing. The power's in my hands now, mine. In your Majesty's interest, of course.
Yes, he's right. This boy is nothing. There's only one use for him, and that's a sacrifice to the tower's foundations.
Madam, no!
You'll have to kill me first!
Silence! Well, magician Merlin.
High King Vortigern. The white dragon stands for the Saxons whom you have invited over. The red dragon for the people of Britain. The valleys and mountains of Britain shall run with blood, and the race that is oppressed shall prevail in the end. The red dragon will regain its strength, but the seed of the white dragon shall be uprooted from our land. High King Vortigern, run from the fiery vengeance if you can. The true heirs to the throne shall bring a mighty army from Brittany, and you shall perish in the flames of your own tower.
In the name of the gods, stop! Grimble, give him back his talisman. And for the love of Thor, get that terrible boy out of my sight! Unharmed. Unharmed, or the gods alone know what he might unleash.
Well, I don't know about red dragons and white dragons. When we do throw the Saxons out, hope to God Merlin's on our side.